dedicated to giving you the service you deserve. Come fly the friendly skies.
Vision Streetwear presents the Action Cycle Sports Series, show number 9.
Scott, we're in trouble. We have exactly 6 hours to come up with show number 9.
Relax. 6 hours is plenty of time. You know, theoretically, we could produce 12 half-hour shows in 6 hours.
You're crazy. Pull over. I want out.
When are you going to fix your car?
What's wrong with it?
Hey, freestyle.
Yeah. Well, we're able to simplicity.
Yo, dudes, out of here with that bike. Thanks.
Hey, man.
One line. One line.
That's it. Let's talk to these dudes.
Hey, this is Scott and Dave from ESPN.
Hey, man, we dig your show. Hey, guys, what's happening?
Oh, we're heading over to the Huntington Beach street scene to ride.
Rad, man.
Yeah, totally cool. Hey, what are you guys doing here?
We're trying to figure out what to do for show number 9.
Us, man.
Totally, right here.
What can you do?
Come on.
Oh, watch this.
Check it out.
Yeah, watch this. Watch it. Watch this.
Show number 9 is going to be the Huntington Beach Street Style. The Action Cycle Sports Series is coming to you from the Car Care parking lot, Huntington Beach, California, right alongside the Old Surf Theater, and we've got some action, Scott, today.
We do. We're going to have 4 competitions today. There's the jump for style, then the jump for height, also wall riding. Then's going to come the car thrash, trials riding at its finest.
We'll be right back with the Huntington Beach street scene after this.
This show is being brought to you by the ABA, We Are the Professionals, and by SC Racing, We Make It Happen, and by Vision Streetwear, built street tough.
Hey, stick around. We'll be right back. Action Videos brings the action to your home with 60 minutes of intense competition. Take your choice of far-out freestyle or blazing BMX. Each show has trick and training tips from today's top stars.
Welcome back to Huntington Beach, California for the Huntington Beach Street Style. Earlier, we asked our underground competitors what street style is.
It's rad. It takes a lot of guts. It's a bunch of ugly people getting ugly, man. You need technique, coordination, and concentration. Whatever it takes. Pain. Riding whatever's there. It's whatever you feel like doing. There's no set rules. You just do what you want.
I guess it's using the actual land terrain and just adapt to it to normal riding styles and abilities.
Our underground competition begins with our jump for height.
Launch a la Stonehenge. 5 guys made it to the final rounds. It's Randy Boner Lawrence, 20 years old, out of Huntington Beach, California, riding for Vision.
Then there's Rich, the Butcher Bartlett. He's 22 years old, a test rider for Super BMX Mag out of Lancaster, California.
Todd Anderson. We've seen him on previous Action Cycle Sports shows. He is a top freestyler.
Then there is Richie Avalanche Anderson, 21 years old, from Hollywood, a 6-time BMX champion. He is a madman.
But not as mad as this guy, Chris the Mad Dog Moeller, BMX Actions test rider, 17 years old, out of Huntington Beach. Round 1's coming up, 5 riders, head-to-head. Randy Lawrence getting some high air on Stonehenge.
And the key here is obviously a good pre-jump, compression, and suck it up.
Rich Anderson looking good, first round.
And Todd Anderson with a good jump. We are right alongside the Old Surf Theater, a block from the Huntington Beach Pier, and oh my!
Chris Moeller goes down hard. That's your basic face plant. Stonehenge eats yet another rider.
Street style.
You got it. Rich Bartlett, big-time BMXer, flying high. Round 2 coming around. Moeller's dropped out. Here's Randy Lawrence.
It is a beautiful day here right along the Pacific Ocean, and instead of surfing, it is underground BMX action, and they're going for height.
Rich Anderson, the crowd seems to be behind him. They like it, and they're really behind this guy, the big muscle man, Rich Bartlett.
Bartlett looks more like Conan the Barbarian here on the street as opposed to the Butcher. Finals, round number 3.
There we go with Lawrence again. Richie Anderson.
Obviously, you want to land on the downside of the ramp. Here's Bartlett.
Rich Bartlett looking stylish as he goes over the top.
Going for height. He throws a little style in there.
Chod the Todd. Oh, Anderson whipping it way high up in the air. Now let's go to the crowd and see who they liked as their winner.
Randy Lawrence, let's get it. Rich Anderson. Come on. Hey, he has a pretty good height. That's right. Todd Anderson. That's one. Rich Bartlett. I call a tie between these two, a one-jump runoff.
So we're going to have a runoff.
Don Big Red Schultz, our official judge. It's the jump for height. Anderson versus Bartlett.
Todd Anderson, the 20-year-old from Camarillo, California. Oh, incredible height.
Unbelievable. Way over Schultz's head and outreached arm.
Here's the Butcher.
Bartlett way high, but it looks to be Anderson, but we're going to leave it to the crowd.
Todd Anderson! He was pretty close. Give him a better hand than that.
And a replay of Todd's jump.
He is way high. Look at that outreach. He stretches, sucks the bike under him, and lifts with all his might. Big high air. Todd Anderson, the winner. Jump for height. Coming into the third round, you and Rich Bartlett were pretty much neck and neck. You both had some tremendous airs. What psyched you up? What got you going for that extra little bit?
I was just not really worrying about whether Rich is really getting higher. I was just having a lot of fun. I haven't jumped in a long time. I used to jump in my front yard, so I just kind of got that old kind of feeling back.
All right.
We'll be right back from Huntington Beach, California with more unique underground bicycle riding.
On land or by sea, ESPN's Running and Racing covers America's top athletes as they prepare for the Olympic Games. Running and Racing, Friday nights on ESPN.
Welcome back to the Action Cycle Sports Series, sponsored by Vision Streetwear. We are in Huntington Beach, California, ready for head-to-head competition, the wall rides.
Disgust man. Pete Augustin, 24 years old, living in Los Angeles, California, a tough hombre, master of the street style scene.
Really doesn't like the streets, he likes the walls. And another person that likes the walls, his competitor or riding partner, Craig Grassroots Grosso.
Pete Augustin. Pete, what prompted you to start riding walls?
I just looked at them, thought I'd try to ride up them, And then we found banked walls around our house, and it's pretty cool. See how high you can get and stuff. This is a cool one right here because it's got a big channel to clear. Most people won't go for it, so,
How high do you expect to get today on the wall?
15 feet off the ground, maybe. Just go for as high as possible.
Any recommendations on beginners getting into wall riding?
Just take your time learning. Just learn on a small, bank to wall first before you go for something really gnarly, big transition to wall and stuff. You can slam pretty hard.
What do you see in the future of wall riding?
Nothing really, you know. It's just something fun to do. The street's a big thing, you know. That's where it's turning. The sport's turning to street, you know, because people who ride tough will be on top, stay ugly.
And what a character we've got. We've got two of them, in fact, going off the wall.
Grassroots Beast Disgust Man. Head-to-head competition. Look at that. A big carved wall ride for Pete Augustin. And there's a little foot plant for Grassroots Craig Grosso.
Looked a little confusing there. We do have a camera on top of the old surf theater looking down. There's a nice little fakie.
Good fakie. Pete Augustin up about 8 feet on the wall. There's another foot plant from Grassroots Grosso.
And we have a large crowd here, at least 40 freestylers, underground freestylers, but only 2 attempted this wall. Big vertical.
2 made the final here because we've got such a distance. They had spread the ramp so far apart after making their initial runs. Everybody else backed out. We even have 2 riders from England that backed out at the last minute saying these 2 guys are nuts. Look at that. 12 feet up the wall, Craig Grassroots Grosso. Augustin with a dork turn up the ramp. Here's a wall car from Grosso, looking smooth.
And really drop down hard. From that upper camera, you can see how high they really get. Just about reaching the K on Kid on that graffiti up there.
Another fakie. Grosso with a kick turn, 180.
Quick little pivots. Here's the carve.
Big carve up over the ABA logo.
And defying gravity here on this big wall, Huntington Beach street style. And
a tummy rubber for Pete Augustin. The Disgust Man gets disgusted. You know, Grosso is a true street styler, as is Disgust Man, Pete Augustin. They were complaining about wearing helmets, but after the contest, I'm sure they'll agree that wearing helmets is the smartest thing to do. Wall riding is controlled insanity.
Now we've got Pete Augustin, the 24-year-old, Manhattan Beach, California.
Flying towards the ramp, a big carve up to the ABA logo. Big carve for Grosso. The variety of things that are done on this wall are amazing. We got fakies, carves, foot plants, 180 kick turns, a little bit of everything. There's Grosso. Look at that, a fakie to the K on the PS Kid. That's got to be, what, 12 feet, Dave?
Big height. It really doesn't show justice here on the video, but these guys are getting incredible height here.
Pete Augustin with a round-off 180. Here comes Grosso's. Something's up his sleeve. Oh, look at that. A wall bounce into a 180 drop-in.
And Craig Grosso, 19 years old from Redondo Beach. Here's Augustin one more time. He really loves to carve and gets air every time he comes down. Usually dabs. He didn't dab that time.
Grosso was going to take a shot at it. He's winding it up. Here comes Augustin. Another wall bounce, 180.
A good sensation getting up on the wall. I don't obviously go that high. These guys are going incredibly high, but they love the sensation.
Look at that. Up to the crew cut on the PS Kid. What's the turn on of street riding for you?
Well, it's something, I don't know. I've been doing it for ages. It's like before ramp riding and freestyle was even there. I was always on my bike riding around. It's no big deal. Just going for it, you know. Just seeing what you can do is what's cool. Go beyond your limitations.
How did it feel getting up high on the wall today at the Huntington Beach street scene?
It feels like nothing else I've ever done. It feels like, I don't know, most people just don't know what it feels like to go out and do some things off anything because your body is in such a weird position. You don't understand what's really going on. I mean, you got to be on the bike to really get the real feeling of what it's like. It's like nothing else.
Scott, slow motion replay. Here's Craig Grosso.
Look at the height on this fakie. He bounces up that wall all the way to the sunglasses. It's got to be 15 feet. Here comes a big carve.
That is from our top camera from the bottom. We'll be right back with more Action Cycle Sports Series from Huntington Beach.
Do you know how fast you were going? Did you know this license has expired?
Now, when you want twice the Pepto, you've got it. New maximum strength Pepto-Bismol.
Welcome back to the Vision Street, where Action Cycle Sport Series coming to you from Huntington Beach, California, and Stonehenge is the name of that ramp.
The biggie, Rich Bartlett whipping a one-footer. We've got 5 competitors in the jump for style. Jeff Footloose Cotter's first, 17 years old, out of Lakewood, California.
Then there's Eric, the PS Kid Burdick. He's a great jumper and a great freestyle painter on the walls as well.
Rich the Butcher Bartlett. We saw him in the height contest. He's also very stylish.
And then there's Todd the Chod Anderson. This guy can get some big height. Let's see if he can throw it sideways.
A ramp specialist in freestyle.
Then there's Richie Avalanche Anderson. We saw him earlier. He is a BMX past champion.
Street style's the name of the game. Jump for style. Jeff Cotter's first up. Pulls off a spread eagle, no footer.
A nice move. The crowd loves it. Again, off this big ramp earlier is for height. Now you got to have height to pull off these moves.
Eric Burdick, a 360, whipping it.
Here comes Avalanche.
Avalanche, your basic BMX cross-up. You can tell where his roots are from.
Here comes Conan. He calls himself the Butcher, and he gets a 1 foot off in the air there and crosses it up.
A 1 foot cross-up. Whoa, a total whip for Anderson. He goes down. It's helmet slam, but he's all right. Todd the Chod Anderson, he's a ramp specialist in freestyle. He's used to going down hard.
No problem. He's up. He's ready to go.
But the crowd still loved his jump. It doesn't matter. Round 2, Jeff Cotter's first up. A can-can no-footer.
And here's Eric Burdick, the PS Kid.
Oh, got a little sideways there. Darn near took him down.
Here's Richie Anderson style.
Again, the classic cross-up.
The big man, Rich Bartlett.
Oh, a no-footer, one-hander for Bartlett. The crowd liked that. Big can-can for Todd Anderson, landing on the bottom edge of Stonehenge. Jeff Cotter, round number 3. Look at that, a candy bar crosser. Eric Burdick from Palm Springs. He's up. Look at that, a no-footer, one-hander. Richie Anderson getting the helicopter spin on the bars. Rich Bartlett, a smooth 360. A tabletop one-footer for Todd the Chod. We're done with our 3 rounds. It's time for judging.
All right, Eric Burdick. Richie Anderson. Come on.
Scott, that's an imposter. Get him out of here. A style jump off for Todd Anderson and Rich Bartlett like earlier. Nice little dump. Oh, God.
Rich Bartlett's first up. It's the helicopter. Up and over. A perfect 3-point landing on the backside of Stonehenge. Bartlett. Todd Anderson up next. See what he can do. Oh, a full whip one-footer with a smooth landing.
Now the crowd's picking their favorite. Slow-mo replay. Here's second place.
Look at that. A complete tabletop for Todd Anderson, one-footed. And for the Butcher Bartlett, we're talking a patented 360 landing on the flat. So the overall results for the jump for style: Bartlett first, Anderson second, Eric Burdick from Palm Springs third.
Hey, buds.
The stunts you are witnessing are done by professionals.
Do not attempt these stunts without proper training and safety gear.
The graffiti you see was painted for our show and repainted the following day.
Don't disgrace your city.
Thanks, Scott.
And Dave.
Now that we got that out of the way, Dave, I need the keys to your car.
It's parked right over on the other side of the parking lot. In fact, there's somebody on top of it right now.
It's the Trials Car Thrash.
This man is incredible. He comes to us from Switzerland, from Germany, now living here in Huntington Beach, California. Hans-Jörg Gray.
Just returned last week from the World Championships for Trials Riders. Placed 4th overall in the world. His current U.S. national champion also. A phenomenal rider and a neat guy.
And this is a trials demonstration. Plus, we have a little car trashing going on as well.
Here's the trasher himself, Pete Augustin, losing a headlight. He doesn't care a heck of a lot.
That's okay. I was going to replace that headlight.
Spins it off. Look at that. A window ride. And here comes Rich Bartlett, a little trials of his own.
My car is taking a little bit of a beating, but I do plan on painting it, repainting it afterwards, and selling it.
Oh, I already started the paint job for you, Dave. Don't you like it? See the smiley face I put?
Earlier, we spoke to Hans about trials.
Trials is a long time around. The first trials event was in 1974 in Germany, West Germany. And then trials got big around the 80s in Spain, mainly in Europe. And the last 2 years it catched on in America. And it seems to be it's really catching on, getting big. A lot of magazines, a lot of bicycle companies are getting into it. So it's maybe the next big sport here.
What is the trials bike? What makes it special and what makes it different from your normal mountain bike or your street freestyle bike?
Well, a trials bike is also a 20-inch bike, like a BMX or freestyle bike. It has very soft and big tires. You have low air pressure, so we have very good traction. You have very, very good brakes. I have motorcycle brake levers on my bike and very good brakes. I have a special skid plate on my sprocket. I have a very small sprocket, only 24 tools in the front. And the skid plate protects my sprocket and also helps me to ride over rocks and all kinds of obstacles. Also, we have a kind of motorcycle fork in our bike that gives us more support and it's stronger than a regular fork.
Now for a little car thrashing.
Local yokels battling at it. Look at this. Grosso making a move. Big fakie. Drops it off the end. Here comes Bartlett. Attack from the back. He's up and over. What an animal.
Bartlett, a test rider for Super BMX magazine.
The devil's out of line.
Grosso, another window ride.
We'll be right back with the Vision Streetwear Action Cycle Sports Series right after this.
Action Videos brings the action to your home with 60 minutes of intense competition. Take your choice of far-out freestyle or blazing BMX. Each show has trick and training tips from today's top stars. So send today for your action video.
No matter what anyone tells you, the Wall Street Journal cannot make you a success overnight. Which is why we suggest a 13-week subscription.
Call 800-372-3000 for this great journal subscription offer. 13 weeks for just $29.75 with a money-back guarantee. 13 weeks, $29.75. Phone 800-372-3000 now for the Wall Street Journal.
School is out for summer, but the fun continues on Scholastic Sports America. We'll be taking a look back at some of our favorite faces and places of the past year every Wednesday on ESPN.
This is ESPN, the Total Sports Network.
Back to Huntington Beach, California, in the Vision Streetwear Action Cycle Sports Series. Street style going on here, and there's a great wall ride, a fakie.
It's time for Vision. Victory of the week. It's Craig Grosso. Up the wall for a mini carve, 180 turn.
It's raw. It's whatever you feel like doing. There's no set rules. You just do what you want. And it seems like everything's getting the opposite way around. It needs to be more raw about everything, about just going down the road, riding your bike.
Boy, I like those warm, fuzzy elbow pads.
And here's my car, and here comes Grosso.
The underground athlete attacks Stanfield's car. Look at that fakie Abubakar off of the old Maverick.
A pure street rider.
Here he goes. Wall ride, window ride. Craig Grosso, our victor of the week, the street styler of the year.
And our street slam of the week, oh my, Mad Dog kisses the pavement.
And he's out of the jump for height contest. We've also got Chad, that's Todd Anderson, doing a nice high one-footer jump into a terrific face plant.
Todd Anderson, the 20-year-old, comes down a little hard.
Boom, shaka, 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 boom. But you know what? That's okay.
That's street style.
Todd, watch him pump the crowd right here. Street style, I'm okay.
You're okay. Huntington Beach street style, and taking it to the streets. Usually they take it to the surf out here, famous surfing town, and bicycling to the streets. It was quite a show.
It was a tremendous show. We saw the highest air, the biggest style, and that outrageous wall riding with Pete Augustin and Craig Grosso. Some real top-notch competition.
Top-notch competitors as well. A lot of them are pros, and safety equipment is of the utmost importance.
Of course. Helmets, of course. You can't go out without a helmet. The knee pads, the elbow guards, these pros know it. We've got Todd Anderson, Rich Bartlett, Eric Burdick, all the rest of them. They're wearing the safety equipment because they wouldn't be there to ride a second time if they did go down without it.
My only beef is they kind of demolished my car.
But you got a free paint job.
Got a free paint job. Speaking of paint jobs, what are we going to do about this wall?
Well, Dave, I've been meaning to speak to you about that. I've got the rollers in the car.
No way. Trivia question for this week's show, show number 9.
Let's find out the name of the famous ramp we used in the highest air and the biggest style. What's its name? Send your answer.
Speaking of trivia, here's our past winners.
Congratulations to all of you. There's still more prizes to come, so keep sending in those postcards.